What's up, friends? I'm Chef Eddie Jackson, and today's game day menu is all about my roasted herb wings. I mean, who doesn't love wings on game day? Nobody, right? So go ahead and get your ovens preheated to 400 degrees, and let's get right into it. So first things first, I have some wings. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna separate the tips. These wings already have joints in them, right? So what you wanna do is just naturally go against the joint line and make sure your knife is sharp. And you'll start to see that joint is exposed. And all you want to do is just go straight through it, like so. And you have your wing tip. To remove the wing from the drum mat, there's a natural joint that runs right between them. And what you want to do is just take your knife and just let the knife do the work for you until you get that joint exposed. And this really helps if you have a very sharp knife. And once you get to the point to where you can actually see that joint, it should just naturally pop. You heard it? Right. So you can just go straight through. Now you have one wingette, and you also have a drumette. So how about we do another one? We got our tip, and remember, we're just gonna follow that natural joint line in there. And once it's exposed, all we're gonna do is just break. And you can see it, the natural split right there. And all we wanna do is just follow that. How easy was that? And I love using whole chicken wings because you get to use these. And I don't like to throw those away because you can use that to make chicken stock. Very, very easy. A little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, some aromatics like some thyme, and you have chicken stock. You don't have to go to the store to buy it. So if you can, try to get the whole chicken wing and break it down because you get more bang for your buck. So again, we're gonna go straight through, keep the tips, and follow that natural line right there. Just until you get it exposed, and it'll crack for you. Perfect. All right, so raw chicken, always wash your hands. I'm gonna go ahead and give my hands a good wash. All right, so I think the key to a good chicken wing is to make sure that you have a nice crispy skin. And here's a little trick to ensure that you get that. So I'm gonna take some paper towels. A lot of times these chicken wings have a lot of moisture going on. So you just wanna pat them and make sure that they are extremely dry. And that's gonna ensure that when we roast them, that skin gets nice and crispy because that makes for a really, really good chicken wing. They look dry. So let's go ahead and grab some tongs. At this point, I don't need to touch the wings anymore. So just add them to a bowl. What we're gonna do is we're gonna season them up. I got some fresh herbs, I got some lemon juice, cheese. Who doesn't like cheese, right? All right, one more here. So I have my chicken wings in the bowl. Now it's time to add all of my spices, all of my fresh herbs. Have some fresh thyme and a little bit of parsley. So basically we're gonna build the marinade inside the bowl. So I have some olive oil. Perfect. Now we're gonna add some cheese. Grated Parmesan-Romano cheese. What I want to do now is start working on my herbs. We have about 12 stems of thyme, and just the easy way to take your thyme off the stem is just run against the grain. Let me show you how it's done. You just pull down and you're left with the stem. Easy. Just take it off the stem, and what we're going to do is finely chop this. This is definitely a staple whenever we're watching a game. It comes together in no time. So we're just going to give these herbs a chop. We want to break it up. We don't want any big pieces of thyme in there. Perfect. Just gonna go ahead and get this in. We're gonna get some of this parsley. We're just gonna finely chop this up. All right, so I got a nice chop on my parsley. I'm gonna add some garlic in here as well. Let's call it 2 bulbs of garlic. We're just gonna rough chop it first, just to break it down, like so. Then as you get to the consistency that you want, we're gonna use the back of the knife, just press it down. And just keep going until it's finely minced. I love using fresh herbs and garlic whenever I can. It has a lot of natural oils inside of it, especially garlic. That's looking good. I got that all blended. Let's go ahead and get that straight into the bowl. All right, so now what I want to do is add a little bit of lemon zest. A lot of people like to use lemon juice and forget about the zest. The zest is where the essence of the lemon is at, right? A lot of oils going on inside of there. And when you zest, never go all the way down to the white. It's bitter. So you just want the top part, that top skin right there is all you really want. Perfect. Seems pretty juicy. If not, if your lemon is tight, just roll it out. Give it a little roll to loosen it up. Make sure you get as much juice as you can out of there. Just gonna split it. If you don't have a juicer, don't worry about it. You can get a strainer. You use your knuckles to catch the seeds. So we're just gonna squeeze and get the juice. Give that a good squeeze. Perfect. All right, so what I want to do at this point is start adding some of my dry spices. I have some Italian seasoning. And this is just like a good way to incorporate multiple herbs. We got some rosemary's going on there, some dried thyme, some oregano. So I'm gonna add a little bit paprika. Adds a smoky element, gives it a depth of flavor. All right, so I got my paprika in. Now it's time to add a little bit of salt. And we're gonna finish it off with a little bit of fresh black pepper. So let's go ahead and get everything mixed up. Remember, we got the paprika, the Italian seasoning, garlic, parsley, cheese, lemon zest, lemon juice. Tons of flavor going on here. This is a marinade we're doing right in here. You can let this sit for 4 hours overnight. If you leave it overnight, be ready for a flavor bomb. Trust me. So it's not gonna be a very, very wet marinade, but you wanna make sure that every wing is coated. So when it's all said and done, your wings should kind of look like that. See how every inch of it is coated? That's what you're looking for. Perfect. All right, so everything is mixed, all incorporated. I have a couple of cast iron skillets. I love using cast iron skillets for this recipe because it makes sure that that skin gets nice and crispy. So what I'm gonna do is give a little bit of oil just to make sure they don't stick. And all we're gonna do is just, I like to take that first one and just rub it around and spread that oil around and also get some of that goodness on the bottom. It's already starting to smell good and it's not even in the oven yet. Take that first one, move it around. Now make sure you don't leave that in the bottom of the bowl. Let's just go ahead and get that in all over the wings. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these in for 40 minutes. But here's the trick, to make sure that they get crisp on all sides, we're gonna rotate them every 10 minutes. So don't go sitting down trying to watch the game. You can get this done before the game. So wings are in the oven. Remember, they're gonna stay in about 40 minutes, which leaves us plenty of time to get our sauce done. So I got my saucepan. I'm gonna need a lemon, butter. Let's go ahead and get this on. I have my eye over medium heat. So let's go ahead and get our butter in. So I got 4 tablespoons of butter here. Let's go ahead and split this lemon up. It's gonna be taking the juice out of here. We use grated cheese in the actual marinade, but for the sauce, we're gonna use shredded. There we go, shredded Parmesan going in. Oh, all of it, don't leave any behind. Remember, every 10 minutes, flip the wings to make sure they get crisp on all sides. All right, so now that butter is nice and melted. This is kind of what you're looking for. It's gonna have some tang to it, gonna be nice and rich from that butter, and it's gonna beautifully coat all of those spices that we added to the chicken wings. So we're just gonna let this hang out for a little bit. You can pause your video and wait for your wings to get done, and then I'll meet you right back here. I'll see you in a bit. It's been 40 minutes. My kitchen is starting to smell amazing. Perfect. Good. So what we want to do now is take our sauce and mix it with the wings, and we're going to pop it back in the oven for about 5 minutes just so everything comes together. So I have a bowl. What I'm going to do is take my wings. Ooh, that's looking good. Put the wings in the bowl. And we're just going to combine that sauce that we made with that lemon juice, the butter, and of course the cheese. I like adding the sauce at this step because it has cheese in it, and I want that cheese to really coat the wings. It's already melted, but when we bake it again for 5 minutes, it's really going to make sure that it coats. So you can see the consistency, and you'll see how it coats the wings. So let's just give this a good mix. I mean, at this point, you can actually eat them now, but trust me, if you wait just 5 more minutes, it'll be worth it. So we're gonna go back in the pan. You can smell the thyme, you can smell the parsley. That garlic is nice and roasted, giving off some amazing, amazing smells right now. Now, if you think I'm gonna leave all this in this bowl, you got another thing coming. This is all goodness right here. This is gonna go back in here. Remember, we're not wasting anything in the kitchen. Perfect. So remember, just 5 more minutes and these chicken wings will be ready. All right, welcome back, friends. It should have been 5 minutes. Sauce is going on the wings. It's time to get them out the oven. All right, so let's get these wings plated. Let's go ahead and get them down. You can see the herbs on the wings, all that thyme, parsley. You can smell the garlic. You can see how the cheese has coated the wings. Oh, it smells so good. Remember, these are gonna go quick, so feel free to make a few batches of this if you want. You can make this recipe the day before, let it marinate in the refrigerator, and pop it in right before game time. Last one. Just to finish it off, we got some parsley in there, right? So I'm just gonna take a little bit of parsley, rough chop, just to give it a little pop of color. And just for good measure, we got a lot of good juice going on in there. Why not? All right, so the time has come. I got to get one of these wings. You can taste the lemon, that garlic, all those fresh herbs, the thyme, the parsley. And that little bit of lemon that we put on at the end that just kind of coated all the wings. And there you have it, friends, my roasted herb wings. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me as much as I enjoyed cooking with you.